All right, here we go. Now just me typing. All right, I think I'm back. I don't know what happened. So I know a lot of people probably went away because that kind of sucked. Like it just stopped randomly. It was just like, well, see ya. And it said like a Google error or something. I was like, I know my internet's cool. Like nothing is going on. Like I know it's not the internet because it's still letting me type and send messages and all this stuff. I'm like, man, what happened? So at least I'm back. At least we can kind of cover whatever was missing, whatever we were talking about. I don't even remember what we were even talking about. So Danny Ryder's here, Slice Work, Jose. We got some uh some of our soldiers went missing. They're gone because the live stream ended. So it is what it is. But at least I can kind of at least finish off the live show and not just disappear for on you guys and just be like, oh yeah, I'm done. Joseph, give you a shout out. There's your shout out, man. What's up, Joseph? Glad you followed me back to finish off this live stream. Let's see, Jose, we can see you. Slice Work, Danny Ryder. So cool. At least you guys are in here. Gabriel was wounded in the battle. I know it was tough out there. Tell me about it. He took a huge hit. Just ending me like that. The eBay Illuminati was not too thrilled about nearly new at all. Um, Cincinnati Picker, cool Mario shirt, thanks. And what were we talking about? Now I got completely thrown off. Were we? I can't even go back to the other video we had. Oh yeah, we do. Now I can go back. At least I can kind of finish off whatever we were. At least some of the questions that somewhat came in. Man, where am I? We were talking about how long to get approved on merch. So we talked about that. Let's see, Stephanie, post more on IG. We miss you. I know that's one of the biggest thing. Like, I'm really gonna step up is the Instagram game. Almost there to like 5,000 followers. But yeah, Instagram for sure is like one of the things I'm really gonna try to boost up, especially the stuff that I learned. Um, in New York. Cincinnati Picker, the stack of shoes behind you. Wow. I know, and I got to go back through it again. And now they're kind of tipping over. Samantha Ortega says, "Welcome back. Glad to see you in the chat, Samantha." Um, Let me go back to the other questions that I was talking about before I was rudely interrupted. Luis says, "I listed like 5 Adidas shoes and eBay put a hold of listings for me. They say it will be available in 30 days. That's kind of weird. Luis, if you're still there, let me know if you want to talk about that, or you can ask me the question again. That was kind of a weird question. Do you ever follow Ross Finds or Burlington Finds on IG, or have a favorite IG users that post finds? That would be Stay Puffed. You can follow him. Go up and find him for you. Stay Puffed 76, 158,000 followers. But they post different people from all over the US. They'll post like Outlet Finds, Ross Finds, Burlington Finds, um, let's see, Marshall's Finds, all of that. Is this thing messing up again? It's like blinking. I can see like white boxes or something. Maybe you just want to ignore the video. Hopefully this doesn't go out again. Let's see, Slice Work. You said the one video that helped your friend Nacho out. Is that not average Nacho guy on YouTube and Instagram? That isn't the Nacho guy I was talking about. I was just talking to my friend Nacho in general. But Nacho, average Nacho guy on YouTube though, he is pretty cool. We've talked a couple of times, and he finds a lot of cool stuff. I forgot what area he's in though. But if you want to look at his Instagram or YouTube, you can follow him there too. But he's a really cool guy. Dirty Harry Films, can we get your advice on our shoe finds if we email you pictures? Yeah, you can email me anything. Hustlerhacks1@gmail.com. I'll put that in here. If you want to send me any photos, whatever, at gmail.com. Put that for you guys. Whoa. I wonder if Stay Post finds are all legit. Yeah, that's the thing too, though. Because some things I have found, like in my area down the road, but you can't really trust everything. If something looks kind of like come on, you're like, did they really find that? That's where you gotta ask yourself. But most of the time, um, they're legit. So let's see. Ever tried unyellowing with 40 volume cream or other products? I haven't tried that. People have tried crazy different things for unyellowing, but I haven't tried it though. But I haven't really had any other shoes to kind of try it on. At least lately, I haven't really found any 11s or 5s or something that I could check with the yellowing. Superman says, has anyone lost their merch account, got it reinstated? Not yet that I know of. I know Steve Rakin got his account banned because he was just not posting anything. Like he didn't list any shirts. And if you don't use it, you lose it. So that's what happened with merch. But I think he did reapply, and we'll see if he gets in um, to merch again. Let's see. Let me go back. That's when I lost the stream. And let's see. Casey Snipe says, I'm already pretty good with Adobe Photoshop. Is selling merch on Amazon better than Redbubble or Teespring just because of the audience? 110% yes. Amazon is way better than all of those just because the amount of traffic they bring in. Like, it is crazy. The traffic, the organic traffic that Amazon brings in compared to Redbubble, Teespring, all of that stuff. Randy Vadar says, what's up, Glenn? There we go. What's up, Randy, in the chat? Glenn, are you helping to redesign the Green Rooms 100 to flip? Yes, I am. I redid. I thought that already went. I thought College Picker already uploaded that. I made a lot of changes. Maybe he did. I don't know if he already put that up. Does getting tiered up depend on sales or uploads? Getting tiered up depends on the amount of sales you had. I think after your initial 10, if you sell 10 or more shirts, they don't do it all at the exact same time, but then they'll boost you up to 25. After you've sold 25, and it doesn't have to be that same shirt, it doesn't have to be all 25 shirts. It doesn't have to be just 2-3 of those designs. You can sell, as long as you sell 25 shirts, then they'll upgrade you or tier you up to the next one. And Dirty Harry Film says, I have a merch account, but have yet to use it or design any shirts. And me and Reezy talked about this on his live show, is that if you don't use your merch account, they will take it away from you, but I just don't know when. I don't know what their timeline looks like. I think in Steve's case, he had his account for, I think, at least 3 or 4 months, and he hadn't done anything with it. And then he logged in one day and it was gone. So I think maybe they'll give you a couple of months or something. I would just use it regardless and try to at least get the first 10 shirts up there, because even some people in our Merch Minds Facebook group, they had like 2 or 3 t-shirts uploaded and they still took them down. I guess they weren't really using it to its maximum potential of uploading 10 or 25 shirts. That's the thing too. I wish I knew a little bit more about it. Amazon doesn't tell anybody about those things. They just do. So that's what happened there. Let's see. Have eBay sales been slow for you? Not really. When I was gone in New York, I took everything off the store. I know you could put it like on vacation mode or something like that, but I usually just I'll end it and I'll just relist it, because sometimes it just gives people some weird, things on there like, oh, well, they're away from right now, and I just didn't really want to deal with that with the messages or doing that, so I just took them all down. When I came back, I uploaded some new stuff, including that Timberwolves jersey. So that did help. That sold pretty good. Today, that Romo jersey randomly sold. I think I sold that Mickey Mouse hat from another video. So it hasn't been too bad. Things have been selling on there. Let's see. Superman. The book had great content, but the layout definitely needed a graphic designer's touch. Yeah, the book did have some pretty good content on there, but it was just like a standard Word document. So I know for sure they wanted to change that up and fix it. James Jones says hi. Stephanie says I got approved for merch and uploaded my first 2 shirts. Nice. How do they notify you when they sell? And you can check on that on your merch account if you go to the analytics part. Let me log in, just double check. I can just go page by page. It's not like a huge thing or whatever, but so dashboard, create, promote, manage, analyze. Click on analyze, and then you can pick the select dates for your shirt. So you click one of those. You can see how many have sold in the last 7 days. Also, you'll see those numbers on top, and you can just go back and forth for that. Let me see. Randy says, can you do a video on how to track your inventory? Do you use an Excel or inventory lab? I don't technically use, I probably should use one of those like an Excel file or something like that. I actually don't. I actually just keep track daily on like how much I've spent on every item. I have it written down on like one of these notebooks day by day. This is how much I've spent and do that. But I probably should have that in an Excel file instead of just writing it down old-fashioned way and keeping track of all that. But maybe something I can do later on and share that on the Google Drive. Danny Ryder, what percentage of your eBay sales would you say go out through the global shipping? In the beginning, it wasn't a lot. It just seemed like most of my sales were from US. But it looks like lately I've gotten more from the global shipping program. I know that Romo one was. I think there was another one before that was also part of the UK or something like that. I gotta double check, but it seems like a lot of them have been adding up over time, more and more and more. So that's what I like about it too. It was a hassle before that global shipping program to ship outside of the US. Like it was tough. You don't even really know if they even got it or not. And even with a tracking number, because all that stuff doesn't really apply outside of the US, it was just completely different. And then the deal with returns too, it's just a mess. Mike Sherman, how many items do you have listed on eBay? Right now I only have like 80 something items, 83 items. And the last 60 days I've sold 118. So but a lot of those have to do with shoes, and that helps too with the numbers. But I think just the Romo one is the only thing I have to ship now, or at least recently. But there we go. That's just kind of how it looks so far, at least right now for eBay sales. Oh man, Royal Gamer legit looks for life. I know it's Tim. What is he up to? I don't know. Maybe I have to find out so I can see him. Rhino LA. Do you take pics flat lay, or do you use lighting equipments? I do use lighting like this one that I have on here. I use this one and another one, and I lay it flat on like this rug thing that my wife got, and I put the shirts on top of that, and it's kind of like this fuzzy rug type of thing. I use that. And then for the shoes, I use that like workbench thing. So maybe I can do like behind the scenes, taking pictures for jerseys and clothing. At least I can show you guys my little setup. I think that could probably help a little bit to improve lighting and things like that. Dirty Harry Films, great numbers. Thanks. I'm trying to improve that. I want to get to at least like 10,000, I guess, for 60-day total. So I got to list more and I got to source more, but I'm also just trying to improve merch because after this, I got a lot of them taken down after the 60-day rule. So I have a lot of making up to do and adding in more merch shirts. So, and that's where most of the money actually has been coming from, because I kind of let go of FBA a little bit to focus more on merch. Joe Sawyer says, oh crap, got here way too late. Don't worry about it. You missed the mess up in the broadcast. So at least you're here now, but you can go back and watch the other one and catch up. But this is just kind of like finishing up the other live video where we talked about nearly new. I have a 6% late shipping rate with 1 day handling, and I ship out same day. What could be the problem? Need help what I should do. Yeah, that sucks. Like, with the shipping rate thing. What you can do, I don't know if you do this already, but it sucks too to wait in line at the post office, but I usually wait in line to get it scanned in. So I know that as soon as it's scanned in, they have that already. To know that I took it to the post office, it's scanned and it's ready to go. That could help you if you don't do that. If you just drop it off, then it's gonna get scanned in whenever the employees get to it. That could be another certain amount of hours later, or the next day even. So if you tell them, I just want a receipt, get these scanned in, then they'll do that for you, and then at least you'll have that already of when it got scanned in. Superman says, how about Miami Dolphins shirt design on fan print? I don't know. I haven't looked at it. Or fan print. It's like a totally different one. Maybe that's something I have to look at. You got any Yeezys for sale? Not right now. Danny Ryder, not sure if you have talked before about FBA. But do you have any advice on or for newbies? I haven't even signed up yet. So with FBA, the first thing is, go sign up. That's the very first step. As soon as you sign up, you get accepted. You put in all that info in there as far as your tax info, all of the details. Then I would get the Amazon Seller app, download that to your phone. Once you have the Seller app, just practice scanning stuff. That's really what I did in the very beginning. I didn't go buy stuff. I didn't do any of that. I scanned like just basic games that I had here, just to see what they were selling for. How do I read this thing perfectly to see, okay, this is what it's selling for. This is what's new. This is what's used. All of that. So just kind of practice before you start spending money on things. When it comes to FBA, you're also going to be able to tell which, I guess, categories you are not able to sell in right away. So that also helps. And you'll notice that too when scanning stuff, like, okay, well, I'm not approved to sell this. Cool. I'll move on to the next item, or I'll look at this category. So a lot of practice first, trial and error. That's probably the best way to attack FBA first. Casey Snipes, I know we actually were able to answer your question, but I think because we got caught off in the middle of the whole mix. But yes, Amazon is better than Redbubble and Teespring. Merch by Amazon is better than those two, just because of the organic traffic that it brings in. It's insane how many people buy things on Amazon like per second. Out of control. So yes, it is better than the other two. And then Josh, I'm a bit late. What's up, Josh? Adulting sucks. Tell me about it. Good to see you live again, man. Thanks. Catch my one before this, because that's where we actually talked about a lot of the eBay stuff and some merch stuff and the Gary Vee stuff. Lisa Brooks, I'm new to your channel. I'm liking the content. I appreciate that. Thanks, Lisa, for joining in the live chat. Sorry we got cut off momentarily. We're back for a little bit, and then but we've been good for on live. I think we started at 5:15. So yeah, we're already gone for like an hour and a half straight talking. So, but thanks, Lisa. Appreciate the feedback and checking out the channel. And you can ask me any other questions anytime. Now, Slice Work, when you consider accepting best offers, how are you willing to go and accept the offer? Like for Ross shoes, how much more money than you bought them for? And so that goes back to like the 40% rule, and just make sure you're hitting the numbers that you want to make. Not every find is going to be a home run. And some people are willing to spend $40 to make $5. To me, that doesn't go over my 40% rule. So I don't think it's really worth the time to do it. So you have to really decide on what your numbers are and how much risk as far as spending money that you're willing to take. And I'll go low, probably. Man, because even 40% rule, that's really what I want to stick to. So that's probably just what I would stick to, unless I've had an item for a long time. I need to get rid of it. Maybe I'll go as low as like 25 to 30% profit or something, but I have to make money from it. Otherwise, we're just not really doing much with our our account and just spinning the wheels. So you have to make the profit. That's really what it comes down to. Mike, do you have mostly text-based shirts on merch? I have a lot of text-based shirts on merch because I can get those out quicker and uploaded quicker. So I do have a lot of text-based shirts, and they're really, really simple. 1 to 2 colors, nothing really that crazy. Rhino LA, did the meetup with Gary Vee help you out a lot? It did, and I have a lot of strategies and stuff to go through. And I really, really want to put that into work. Instagram, YouTube, I really have to figure out too, and that's coming with content and everything. So it's really gonna be cool to see how I'm gonna make those changes, because for sure I'm gonna have to add more things. Not bad changes to where I'm gonna take away Ross finds of the week or nothing like that. I mean, that's like weekly programming that I would not only want to keep, but I want to improve on. So things like that. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff I got to do. Ashton from Big Bros, I'm recording. Want to say hi Hustler. What is up? Good to see you in the chat. Saying what's up to you, and saying what's up to Revillo the Turtle 21. Hello, what's up? Matt says, if you can only wear one pair of shoes for life, what would it be? And that would be the up tempos that I wore on the Gary Vee video, and my favorite shoe of all time. So that'd be the Pippins. Where are they? The more up tempos are up there. Yeah, they're in there. So that is it. I think I kind of want to just kind of double check and talk to everybody from the last video, because we got cut off. I would hate to be rude and just cut everybody off like that and just be like, all right, see you guys, peace. Like, it sucks that I got cut off, but at least we can kind of chat for a little bit more on this video and anything else. So any other questions, I can answer them real quick. Other than that, we actually did pretty good this live video on random topics, Q&A, Gary Vee, and the nearly new eBay stuff. So next week we'll have another live video and hopefully not get cut off, and we'll have a better topic to talk about. So not better topic, but just more topics to talk about, I should say. And then of course, Ross Finds of the Week coming up this Friday. And then we'll have an even better Ross Finds of the Week the following Friday. So the Turtle, do I like pizza? I love pizza. Odd Gamer, sorry I was late. Don't worry about it. That's also my bad from the change that happened. Josh says I got a purchase from an APO address, but I could send it because it says it was invalid. So they got to double check to make sure they got the right address. But APOs, you will have to fill out the forms that come with it. So just make sure you're prepared for that. I think you could just do it on eBay now, but before that, you'd have to fill out forms at the post office. It was a hassle. Gabriel, any shows you've been watching lately? Not really. I'm just trying to add as many shirts as possible and eBay listings and boost up my channel. That I haven't had a chance to really watch anything. Even NBA playoffs, nothing. Like, I don't even know anything that's going on playoffs unless I see it that comes up like on Instagram or something like that. But other than that, I haven't watched a lot of stuff. Dirty Harry Films, peace. Glad you were here and glad you could join the live feed. Same thing with Guys 2900 and Evan Noor. Sorry, I always messed up on the name. Sorry, but yes, the best. Hope you had a great time on your trip. Thanks, appreciate it. You can check out those vlogs if you haven't seen it already. 3-day vlog going to New York, and the second one is the Gary Vee one. Superman have any Ross horror stories? That might be a good one for another time. I'm pretty sure I got to really think about that, but I'm pretty sure I can make another live video just on that topic. Casey Snipes, thanks for sharing. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Matt says, what's your Twitter? It's at Hustler Hacks, but I need to redo that too. And that was one of the things with social media that I need to get that back up too. One quick tip: best way for me to transition from a day job I lost my passion for to my love being an artist. Um, to transition. Well, I think you're on the right track looking at Redbubble. I would also look at Shopify. You want to try to get as much money on different platforms instead of just relying on one. So while you're waiting for merch, I would go Redbubble, Teespring, Shopify, all of those that you can to get those stores built up. And then when you do get into merch, then you can add on that one. You'll have some multiple streams of income coming in. So I would look at those because you can actually do those right now. You don't have to wait for anybody. So I would do that. And slice work, did you see those supreme up tempos? I know I can't do it. A lot of the supreme stuff, even right now, is super, super hyped. I can't do it as far as personal stuff. Selling, though, that's a totally different game. See a dream. I try to infuse graphics with text on merch. I feel like text and searching trademarks use up my time too. But fonts, trying to create an impact without trying to do much. Yeah, you just want to keep it simple, but you also want to be bold, clean designs, even if they are just text, something that even if they scroll on their app, they can read it. You read whatever the graphic is trying to do on their phone just from the thumbnail. Same thing if they're on desktop. You want people to be able to look at it and not have to click through things and go through things to see what it means or says or really, really look at different things. So that's what really help. And Raphael says, what's your 40% rule? It's just a 40% ROI, your return on investment. You want to make sure you're getting the right numbers. And Gabriel says, Glenn will stop taking questions now. Thanks, Gabriel. Appreciate it. And I will stop taking questions. I know, because I could be here all night. But we got to get to work. We got to hustle. We got to add new shirts onto merch. We got to improve stuff. So thanks. Appreciate it, guys. Matthew. Okay. Wait, Matthew, what? Getting back into flipping after a year. Saw your latest t-shirt, flipping vid. Going thrifting on Friday. Thank you. Appreciate it. Go do that. And make sure you just keep on hustling. Fig915 emojis. Good to see you, man. Josh, later, man. See ya. Go out and get it. We'll see you guys next week. And remember, Ross finds of the week on Friday. Peace.